Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, my fellow students. We meet again after a week, so how are you? Before we start our second meeting, let's start with pray together, play first. Finish. Right? We're gonna talk about the weather, okay? Checking the English weather case. We will start for the vocabularies to be a structured one. So, how about in Thailand's weather today? In Indonesia, it's not that hot like last week. It's like a foggy. How about in Thailand? Hope you guys can play together with your friends. And this conversation, I have sent the audio to Ajahn so you can read this. I think you can pause and play. And here we are, the advanced vocabulary about the weather. There's three questions that we're gonna discuss today. It's like noun, adjective, and verb. You know what is noun? It describes thing as a subject and object in a sentence. And for adjective it's the concern described about the noun or the adverb one. So you have a verb here. Verb is like showing an action of a predicate in a sentence. So start. For the roadkill, what is that? Animals that have been killed by being hit by cars. In that conversation, roadkill using for the human being, but actually it's used for animals. And for the shower here, I have a translation for many vocabularies there. And for the shower is fall of rain or snow for a short time, or for the bath right here is for showing little rain. And for the weather forecast, we have means prediction of the weather for the near future, like for tomorrow's weather prediction to a week later. And for water weakening, it has a base word for weak and have a fiction like describe something becoming less powerful. Weak means less powerful. And for what about the front here? It's not a preposition like we know before. Front here is place where two large areas of air of different temperatures come together, like warm and cold, thunderstorm, and what is it? And to rollerblade is a verb. There's a to here followed by verb infinitive without any affix, suffix, whatever here. This is a tie. To skate using skates that have wheels in the straight line at the bottom. It's like, surfing but in the snow. And for the accurate, having no errors. Accurate in the weather is number one. And for the raincoat, what is it? Coat designed to keep you dry in the rain. So when you wear the raincoat, you have no to get wet because of rain pass through. And for the wet blanket, it is a person who makes it difficult for other people to enjoy themselves. You can call it too like selfish. And for the rise and shine, expressing to tell someone to wake up, is commonly used in the US style slang. Here are sample sentences about those vocabularies. You need to concern about three classes like noun, adjective, and verb. For the weather forecast here as a subject, and for roadkill here as a object of so noun can be subject, and object. Now, how about the adjective? Here we are. A weakening storm, a weakening skills, a weakening as a adjective. Describe more about the noun. Noun here is skills and noun here is storm. And for verb here we have, I guess we're not going role-playing today. Here, role-playing. Role-playing here is a verb of showing for the future plans or prediction. So here we are gonna talk about the future tense using going to. We have that function as a to function. First, we often use going to talk about future events that are just about to start or that are beginning. Just about to start is like wanna start in after this second, after this minute, limited time. Like, for the examples, if those clothes are dark, it's going to rain soon. Yeah, soon here means when it do or when it be happening. So we're using this going to rain. The formula of this is subject, going to, and infinitive. Remember, infinitive is for base or for one without any addition or suffix and affix. So number 2 of the function is we often use going to talk about intention, decision, and plans. We often use this form in informal situation. Yeah, right? This is yeah. We have 2 examples here. The first sentence from the dialogue talk about a future event. Like it's going to be bright and sunny. Because like in the weather forecast, so the speaker will say this. And for the number 2, the second sentence talk about a plan. Like I'm going to wash my car tomorrow. So when we have a plan, when we have a decision intention to go in the future, we use this going to. And if you want to express a negative word, you can add not before going to. Like we're not going to watch the game tonight, because for the positive one it's like we're going to watch the game tonight. Yeah, for the informal situation, just flip it from going to be gonna. Like we're not going to watch the game tonight to be we're gonna watch the game tonight, like that. And for the culture inside here, there are US style. There are 2 places discussing this conversation. Like Central Park is a big city in New York City. Central Park in New York City. So it's like certain name for park in New York City. And for the Met, what is it? Short of the Metropolitan Museum of Art is an art museum in New York. The main prize is the museum. And for the Thai translation is here. So now student, time for task. You have 2 tasks here. Yeah, in pair and for example topic weather. It's kindly similar, like you make a short dialogue of 2 people talking about weather, like the previous conversation, the audio about the weather. Then you have 10 minutes to make it, then present it. And how to present it, Ajahn Musa will guide you and record your conversation. Then, for some topic about weather, write your dialogue whether in handwriting or typing. The dialogue here is the dialogue in pair task, and a pair collects 1 dialogue text. So you don't need to pair one by one, just pair the text and collect to Ajahn Musa. And remember, for the submission is for conversation audio is in second meeting class. Don't forget to mention your name before starting conversation. I give you an example like this. My name is Imas Masyithoh. Now I will present about conversation. Like this. And for the dialogue text, for the exam, you can collect to adjournment before third meeting in September 21st, 2020. Students, that's all our material today. We'll learn a lot about this, like advanced vocabulary like role cues, awakening, to role play and others, and try to make and present about weather conversation in pair. So you learn so much, right? Yeah. Now, before we close our meeting, let's pray together. Pray, start. Pray, Venus. Right? Thank you very much for your attention. Nice attention, my beloved students. See you next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.